Well, as the old adage goes, a series doesn't truly begin until the home team loses. Yeah, I don't know about that one, as there's no cause for concern in the event a road team loses Game 1, but dropping Game 2 will demand said team winning 4 of the final 5 games of that series. Something that seems easier said than done for a couple of teams in action tonight, led by 2 of the most praised and cherished media darlings in the entire NBA. LeBron James and last year's recipient of a totally fraudulent and undeserving pity MVP award, Joel Embiid. And for James and his Lakers, facing the prospect of winning 4 of 5 games if they drop tonight's all-important Game 2 in Denver seems extraordinarily daunting, as the Lakers have lost 9 straight games to Denver at this point.
9 times.
Dating back to December of 2022. And it seems almost impossible to believe that it will be a 10th time after tonight. A guy who has been claiming he is the GOAT for damn near a decade now.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
A claim which has been parroted by a plethora of sycophantic jock sniffers in the mainstream media is going to lose 10 straight to the same team? And herein lies the Joker's riddle for everyone watching out there in YouTube land. How in the name of Zeus's butthole?
How in the name of Zeus's butthole
can the GOAT lose a 10th consecutive matchup to a plumber with no other all-stars when he himself is playing with a top 10 active player league-wide?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yes, AD is a top 10 player, and it is undeniable. Davis is a shoo-in for second-team All-NBA honors, and he will additionally be making an All-NBA defensive team this season while averaging 25 points per game, 13 rebounds, and nearly 2.5 blocks, all while finishing 5th league-wide in player efficiency rating, 6th in win share, and 9th in value over replacement. Oh, and Davis is 4th all-time in PER, 15th in BPM, and has already been named a top 75 player of all time. This is the guy? This is the self-proclaimed Kings running mate? And AD upped the ante in Game 1 against Denver on Saturday night, pouring in 32 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks. Now, no way Bron is really going to drop 10 straight games to a team with only 1 All-Star on it while playing with a guy of this caliber. It would seem oddly reminiscent of a certain epic gag job back in the 2011 finals. And sure, LeBron is 39. Guess we should all just give him a break for being old. Oh, but I thought LeBron is still a top 10 player. At least such is consensus, as he is certainly well on his way to an All-NBA team selection from his adoring media, which by definition would mean James still constitutes a top 15 player in today's league who is playing beside the aforementioned top 10 player in Davis. And there is no surefire team other than LA that will definitively have 2 players named to an All-NBA team this year. The Celtics are one that has a shot to do it with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and Boston is the current odds-on favorite to win the NBA championship this season. But my bet is there is no team in the league besides the LA Lakers that will have 2 players selected, and Davis and LeBron are likely both to make the second team. Yeah, the pressure is undeniably on the Fraud King to make this a series starting tonight. And speaking of pressure and supporting casts, just exactly when will 2023 sham MVP Joel Embiid actually make it past the second round? Yes, he's missed nearly half the season and just made it back to the lineup in the last week of the regular season. Yes, he tweaked his knee in Game 1 against New York, but the time is now for Joel. There is literally no team in the East standing in their way except the Celtics. The Celtics, who quite frankly have no answer on that roster for a player boasting the requisite skill set of Embiid. But we are getting way ahead of ourselves here, as the Sixers, who snagged that 7 seed, avoided Boston's side of the bracket altogether and now will not meet them until the conference finals. So first things first, beat the Knicks. The Knicks, who will be without second leading scorer Julius Randle for the duration of the 2024 NBA playoffs following his April 4th surgery on his ailing right shoulder, an injury which has had the Knicks' second best player sidelined since January 27th. Meanwhile, on the Sixers side of things, we have seen the emergence of Tyrese Maxey this season into a viable all-star caliber player. Actually, he was selected as an all-star starter by his peers, with season-long averages of 26 points per game, 6 assists, and almost 4 rebounds a night. And Maxey was fantastic in Game 1 against the Knicks, leading the Sixers in scoring with 33 points on 14 of 26 shooting in their 111-104 Game 1 loss in Gotham City. And now, facing the prospect of an 0-2 hole, it is incumbent on Embiid, who is questionable in tonight's game, to not only play, but get the equalizer and send his team home to Philly with the 2-game split. Overall, teams that go down 0-2 across all rounds of the playoffs in NBA history have a total record of 33-416. That is a win percentage of just 7.3%. And that is what last season's MVP and the alleged greatest player of all time will be facing when the ball tips tonight in those respective series. And the pressure is squarely on both of these guys to make sure that doesn't happen.